my name is Ajeng Ayuriardini. Today, me and my friend Anna will explain it to you a translation of two sentences. Now, let's go to the first sentence. Alright, so we have to take a look at the original sentence first. The original sentence is, Siapa Presiden Indonesia? Do you think this sentence is good? Or do you think this sentence is well structured? The answer is no. Why? Because there is no time signal mentioned in this sentence. So, we cannot define the exact time when the context of this sentence happened. If we know the time signal, we will easily translate this sentence clearly, correctly, based on its context. Because of that, it triggers a lot of possibilities in translating or interpreting this particular sentence. Here, I will show you 4 possibilities in translating this sentence. And also, later, I will explain why some translations cannot be accepted and why one particular translation is the best representation of the original sentence, after some adjustments to the original sentence. And the first possibility is, who Indonesian Presiden? And the second is, who Presiden Indonesia? And the third, who was the President of Indonesia? And the last possibility is, who is the President of Indonesia? Now, let's take a look at the first possible translation of the original sentence, which is, who Indonesian President? What do you think about this sentence? Some people might come up with this idea. However, if you realize there's no to be in this sentence. So, if we add is as the to be, the sentence will be, who is Indonesian President? This sentence is much better. However, it's still a little bit odd. So, we cannot choose this sentence as the best possible translation of the original sentence. Do you understand? Now, let's take a look at the second possible translation of the original sentence, which is, who Presiden Indonesia? What do you think about this sentence? Does this sentence represent the original sentence and its meaning clearly? My answer is no. Why? The reason is because in English, grammar is very important, and the grammar of this sentence is wrong. There is no to be in this sentence where there should be one, and also there is no article and preposition in this sentence. Why should we add article and preposition in this sentence? The reason is because the object we talk about is specific, so we should add the as the article and of as the preposition to combine the words. However, people who know nothing about English might translate the original sentence word by word without considering the grammar. Am I clear? And now, let's move to the third possible translation of the original sentence, which is, who was the President of Indonesia? Now, what's your opinion about this sentence? This sentence sounds good, right? Because there's no time signal mentioned in the original sentence. This sentence is correct if we assume that it plays in the context of past event. However, the sentence cannot be chosen as the best representation of the original sentence because the answer might not be clear. The answer can be the first president, the second president, or which president, since there are some people who have become the president of Indonesia. Now, let's discuss the last possible translation of this sentence, which is, who is the president of Indonesia? Actually, in this sentence, there's no grammatical errors. Back to the reason that there's no time signal mentioned in the original sentence. However, do you think this sentence is the best representation of the original sentence? My answer is yes. Why? Because in terms of the context, the sentence is much clearer which president we talk about. And the answer of these questions will be the name of the president of Indonesia right now. And so yeah, we've got the answer of the translation, the sentence Siapa Presiden Indonesia. And now, my friend Anna will explain it to you, the second sentence.
Hello everyone, my name is Anna Mandia and I would like to discuss the next sentence. The sentence is, Dia mencuri hatinya. Well, I think the sentence has no big difference with the first one. It is also not well structured. Although this sentence is grammatically correct, but it is contextually ambiguous. The sentence doesn't state the gender or the exact gender for the subject that will emerge some possibilities for the translation. The absence of time signal also makes us confused to translate the sentence. All tenses will be possible but future tenses because the original sentence doesn't have any words that indicate future action. So there will be only two possible types of tenses, either present tense or past tense. Just like the previous sentence, I also have four possibilities for the translation. Later, I will also explain the reason why these four sentences can be the candidate for the best translation. Those four sentences are: first, he steals her heart. Second, she steals his heart. Third, he stole her heart. And the fourth, she stole his heart. Now, let's have the first possible sentence for the translation, which is, he steals her heart. What do you think about this sentence? Do you think it is correct? Yeah, so do I. But the sentence is quite inappropriate in terms of the context, because the verb steals here belongs to the simple present tense, which indicate the action of stealing is a habit. Meanwhile, stealing someone's heart will never be the habitual action. So, the sentence will not be the best translation. And how about the second sentence? She steals his heart. There is no distinct difference with the previous sentence, right? What is changed are only the subject and the pronoun. The subject he becomes she, and the pronoun her becomes his. The subject is the opposite of the possessive pronoun because it is impossible to have the same kind of gender in this context. The original sentence doesn't specify the subject into a girl or a boy. This case causes ambiguity in translating the sentence. The two pronouns she and he are the possible choices for translating the subject dia, but the pronoun it will never be possible for translating the subject dia because we assume that the one who does the action of stealing is a human being. Then, let's move to the third possible sentence. It is, he stole her heart. What do you think about this sentence? Sounds logical, doesn't it? Well, I think so. This sentence has the most logical reason to be used as a translation. Why should it be in the form of past tense? It's because there is no time signal in the original sentence. Dia mencuri hatinya. So that's why it is confusing for us to choose the tense. But considering that simple present tense indicates the habitual action, so the past tense is the best possible tenses to be used in this context. Well, let's take a look at the last possible sentence. The sentence is, she stole his heart. Just like the second possible sentence, it is only the subject and the possessive pronoun that are changed. And what do you think about this sentence? Do you think it is totally correct? Well, I think this sentence is correct but not totally. Why is that? Because using female subject for this sentence is not contextually appropriate. Stealing someone's heart is more into male rather than female. Yeah, it is possible to use female subject for the sentence, yet the male subject is better to be used in the sentence. Now we come to the last session, which is deciding the best translation. After listening to all my explanations before, which one do you think is the best sentence for the translation? The first sentence? The second? The third? Or even the fourth sentence? Well, I think the third sentence is the best sentence for the translation, under the consideration that using subject he is more logical rather than she for this context. Other than that, lacking of time signal makes us use simple past tense for translating this sentence, since the simple present tense indicates a habitual action, as I mentioned before. Perhaps you are wondering why don't we use another types of tenses, such as past or present progressive, or even past or present perfect. The answer is that the original sentence "Dia mencuri hatinya" will never be translated using present or past perfect, since there is no prior action to the action of stealing. And then, present or past progressive will not be used for translating this sentence because the verb steal is not commonly used for this kind of context. It sounds weird if the action of stealing is done in a certain period of time. Thus, the best sentence for the translation is the third sentence, which is he stole her heart. After all, we should be really careful in choosing words and tenses in translating sentences, because it's not only the grammatical structure that has to be correct, but we also have to think about the context. It is no use that we have a correct grammatical structure, but we cannot engage the meaning and the context. That will only make the sentence sound weird. So that's all for this discussion, everyone. Thank you for watching. Bye.